Welcome to day one of at-home learning. I want to take a few minutes today to show you how everything's going to be set up during at-home learning for you. So every day there will be a page worth of activities. So today we're going to take a look at day one together. Underneath the cute squirrels there will be acorns, and these acorns are buttons which will navigate you to the other pages. So if you need to go to day 2 or day 3, every day will have its own page. This little yellow icon right here is the home button. And the home button, you can click it and you can go back to the at-home learning homepage where there are a number of different resources for learning coaches or an adult that's there helping you while you are learning at home. Okay, every single day we'll have a reading, writing, math, and movement activity. So let's take a look at what today's is. It says here, today in reading, you're going to choose a book that you have not read before, and you're going to give that book what we call a sneak peek. So you're going to read more and more, trying to read in bigger scoops, and that means putting the words together. Instead of reading word by word by word, we're going to try to read more in a phrase. And as you think about the book as you're reading, then when you're done, you're going to retell what you read to somebody else at home. Okay, or you could call somebody on the phone if you'd like to. So you are going to then share with them what you read. So we're always going to give you what are called anchor charts. And in these anchor charts, we're going to have it in English over here on the left and in Spanish on the right, the same chart. So let's take a look at today's chart. It says that readers actually grow like beanstalks. So they grow really fast. These are some tips for readers. You're going to decide how you want to read. Then you're going to give that book a sneak peek, right? You're going to peek into the book without actually reading all of it yet. Then you're going to read more and more and more. And then you're going to try reading in bigger scoops. So instead of just reading, well, my goodness here, it says, I don't want to go home. So instead of reading it like this, I don't want, right? You're going to read it in what we call scoops. You're going to scoop those words together. So you're going to say, I don't want to go home, right? See how they were scooped together? Then you're going to stop. You're going to think about what you read and you're going to retell that to someone. And you can also use some stop and jots or some notes in your, like some Post-it notes, so you can remember when you're sharing with someone. So that's what we're going to do for reading today. And in order to read from home, I'm assuming that you have books to read. So if you brought home actual books that you can read, awesome. You can read those for today. If you have your bookshelf login from your teacher, then you can go onto Bookshelf and you can read books on there. If your teacher has given you an EPIC library code and you use EPIC in your classroom, awesome. You can go on to EPIC. Now, what EPIC is this is a collection of books, digital books online that can be read to you, that you can read. You can search under reading level. You could search under, goodness, the type of book that you're interested in. So you could come up here and say, I want books that are for second graders, and they would give you a number of books that you could check out and read. Now, let's pretend you do not have EPIC access and you do not have books to read at home. I want to make sure you have books. So one of the things you can do is you can have an adult click on this home right here, which will take you to our at-home learning page. And if you scroll past fabulous resources, this resource right here, the EPIC Online Library, if you have an adult give me their email address, I will send you a code so that you can get into EPIC and you can have books to read while you are at home. So I wanted to make sure that you saw that because that's pretty important. In order to do reading, you're going to need to have books, right? Okay, let's take a look at writing. Today, before you start writing, you're going to come up with a list of ideas that you could write a meaningful story about. Remember, we're going to take little small moments and we're going to stretch them out to be really good stories. So let's look at today's anchor chart. We're going to generate meaningful ideas for small moment writing. And if you remember, a small moment is something that takes place, a quick amount of time. We are not talking about your entire trip to the zoo We're talking about the small moment when you saw the bears doing something silly. That's the kind of story we're going to write about, something that happened in a very short period of time. You're going to capture your ideas in like a little notepad, or you can write down your ideas somewhere that you have. And again, we're going to take that super small moment, the funny thing the bear did, and we're going to tell it with such detail, it's going to become a nice long story. So today you're coming up with ideas. What could you write about? Every day for math, we're always going to begin with 1 to 2 lessons in Dreambox. Now you can get to Dreambox by clicking on that D over there, the icon that says Dreambox, the green and blue one on the left. And when you click on that, you're going to log in with your clever login access, just like you've done at school, exactly the same way. After you've done 1 or 2 lessons in Dreambox, and it's important to make sure you get all the way to the end of those lessons to make sure that they count for you, then you're going to have a problem to solve every day, and it'll be a different problem. So let's take a look at today's problem. It says, Beth had a pack of 20 pencils. The pencils were 2 different colors. Can you show me all of the different combinations of pencils she could have that equals 20? You can draw pictures and write equations to support your answer. So she's always going to have 20 pencils, but maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 of them are blue and 10 of them are yellow, right? What are all of the other possibilities that she could have? Every day, there will be a movement break. And now, it's up to you to decide where to put in your movement breaks. We do not want you sitting at home for hours and hours without moving your body doing learning. Just like at school, we want you to take breaks. And those breaks are actually helping your brain work even better. So you need to get moving. So when you're ready for one of those breaks, you can click right there where it says BSD Brain Boost page. And that will take you to this fun page where there are all kinds of dances that you can do. Get up and move your body. There are some with students and teachers from Beaverton, maybe somebody you know. There are also some other ones like Go Noodle or Just Dance, but there are a lot of really fun things in there that you can do to get your body moving. If you're not feeling like jumping around a real active dance today, there are some calmer ones there that I have written for you. You could do some dances just in your chair, just to kind of get your blood pumping. You can also do some things that are more centering, like you could do some breathing. You could do some stretching too. So make sure you take some breaks. Now there will be a video, and in fact, it's going to be this video right now that's going to go right here that you can watch again if you need to hear about today's activities. Every day we'll also have a choice board at the bottom. So there are some choices you can make here for fun activities. And there is a video that explains all of those. You can watch that when you're ready. When you've done all the work on the top, then check out the choice board and a Dreambox link as well. So I know that was a lot of information because it's day 1 and I want to make sure that you knew all of the things there that you need to know. So tomorrow for day 2, there will be way less explaining and way more jumping into what the learning choices are for day 2. Okay, I'm excited for you to get started today and I can't wait to see all of those writing ideas you come up with. All right, guys, hope you have a fabulous day.